I'm Chris, Economos, and this show is called The Art of the Reveal. Last fall, we asked William Daniels to do a workshop for members of the guild, my guild. And what was interesting about Will and his method is that he doesn't focus on technique, but rather on process. And so as we work through the process, the reveal came to us, the art of the reveal. And each of us took a different theme and worked on it, and the result is this show.
My name is Cynthia Clark. This is my piece in the Art of the Reveal show here at the Hudson Guild Gallery. This piece is about a city street in my neighborhood and what's seen and what's not seen. So this love wall was a real wall, now torn down to make way for the progress of new buildings for new neighbors. But what's underneath the sidewalk, underneath that wall, is what's not seen. And so I've imagined what's underneath the sidewalk and how that connects to what's on top of the sidewalk and then what's above the sidewalk, meaning our city landscape of architecture, the sky, clouds, and all of the life that comes from both underneath the earth and above the earth. Thank you.
Howdy, I'm Bruce Goldstone, and this is my quilt called Slab 1. When I started it, I was really working on the idea of a slip of light going through a slab. And so I really wanted to set up some really dark areas with a very skinny slip of light that was sneaking through. And as I was working, I found a way to make the dark areas interesting and energized by adding a pattern within there. And it was full improv. I didn't know where I was going when I was piecing it. And that's where I came up with, and I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Welcome to the show. I'm Christine Janove, and this is my piece called Winter. The art of the reveal, for me, is revealing the structure of and the strength of a tree in winter. It can be blown by the wind and suffer the cold of winter, and it remains standing. It's done in purple because magenta is a very royal color, and it was a fabulous time working with this group and with William Daniels.
Hi, my name is Lisa Vosper. This is my piece, Chaos 1, started in 2022 at the height of the pandemic. The piece is really about getting back into the city, the bustling of the streets, and what it felt like to get back out in New York City after being inside for a year or two within the pandemic.
My name is Deborah Kellogg, and the name of my piece is Passage, and it's about the passages of life and changing. And I played with the twisted log cabin and to work on placement of the fabric. And I think the most important part is the stars that emerge, and it's about the reveal and the star of my exploration of my creativity.
Cheryholmes. This is my piece, Variations number 3. What was important in creating this piece for me was selecting a color palette that would play nicely off of each other. I tend to really like loud colors, and that's why I selected some of the neon yellows. And this is a study on shape and movement. If you look at the top row, we have some micro piecing. This is all pieced, and if you look closely, they rotate in kind of a ball pattern. I'm just really pleased with the outcome. It's been an exciting project to work with William Daniels and the art of the reveal, and thank you very much.
My name is Dawn Ford-Arno, and this is my piece. These are Shakespeare's words. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. And this is George Floyd asking us to lend us our ears so that we can have a conversation. This is a medium that allows us to think about what we don't listen to. We're all wearing earphones. We don't listen. The music we might listen to, but what's going on in our times, the piece is asking us to have a conversation and to listen to each other.
I'm Barbara Danzi. This is my work, Hudson Heartbeat.
And it's based on the bright red is the Hudson River, and the other red shapes are the Hudson River watershed. So all the tributaries that feed into the Hudson River. And I did it as if they were blood vessels, because there were, 100 or so years ago, there were a lot of dams built on all these rivers, and we realized we really don't need these dams. They're destroying the life of the river. And as those dams get removed, it's renewing the life and the fish and all of that of the river, the health of the rivers. So it's like Hudson River needs an angioplasty, basically. So that's why I called it Hudson Heartbeat, and just added a lot of different values of reds and grays to really give it dimension and bring it to life. So hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anthony Bowman, and this is my quilt, Communities of Pride, New York City. This is the first in a series of quilts that uses two symbols of community. One, a map, in this case of New York City, which is a symbol of the places that we live and work and play, and we use maps to navigate these very complex, detailed spaces and allow us to understand the paths of how we get to different places. And the second symbol is that of a pride flag, which is a symbol of pride for the LGBTQIA+ community. And so this quilt, combining these two symbols of community, asks the question of what does it mean to live in a community that is truly full of pride for all of its LGBTQIA+ neighbors.
So this piece is called I Demokratia se Kindino, which in Greek means democracy in peril. So this is a political piece. I chose an amphora. An amphora is a vase, and translated it means held with both hands. So to me, democracy has to be held by both parties. The men are doing a kind of wrestling called palestre, which is wrestling ground, and what they represent is the Congress. And there's no dialogue, it's just fighting for power. The woman is the Greek ideal who accepts good things and bad things as a normal part of life. Her hand movements, with her left hand, she's supplicating, and with her right hand, she's calling down of a blessing. So, because democracy is sacred, I quilted a temple around it, and the temple is a replica of the Lincoln Memorial.